Hello and welcome to another Cheeky Scientist News Show. I'm Isaiah, and today I want to talk to you about the decline of roles in academia, the replacement of them with industry roles, but there's a catch. The white-collar job market, the skilled job market in industry is contracting. Ghost job listings are distracting people, PhDs, other people with higher education degrees that want to get hired. And on top of this, hiring managers, recruiters, talent acquisition specialists are facing an existential crisis, themselves being replaced by AI. So let's unpack what's going on here. I want you to do a simple experiment, okay? Go on LinkedIn, find 10 industry companies you're interested in, or just find the 10 of the biggest names or mid-sized names in a sector that you like, right? Look at the employee count, jot it down in a spreadsheet. Come back 3-7 days later, look at the delta, the change. Okay, you're going to see some that are declining, sure, but you're going to see many that are increasing, especially right now for reasons I'm going to talk about here in a minute. Do the same thing for some of the largest academic institutions. Look at that delta over a week. You're going to see decline after decline after decline. It's in the numbers, and I love doing this because this is a way that institutions, academia or otherwise, companies, they can't manipulate that data. Right? The employees have to connect themselves to the company saying, I work there. And as soon as they don't work there, they cut ties. They say they're no longer working at the company. It goes from 2012 to present to 2012 to 2023 or whatever. Try that. What does that mean? It means you're going to see a decline in academia and it will continue to happen. But in industry, we are seeing a bounce right now in September for reasons I'm going to talk about. Overall, there is a contraction, but I want you to understand why we see this bounce in September and why we might see another bounce in December as well. So what articles do I have in front of me right now? Again, I've been talking about this, and article after article after article comes out. If you go to Google, DuckDuckGo, you look at the news, you look at the last week, what came out, search ghost job listings. Okay, very hot trend right now, not good for job seekers. The rise of ghost jobs and how to avoid the rising number of fake job listings. The advice in here is not great. Okay, it talks about looking for jobs that have been posted in the last week or two. The problem is LinkedIn, Indeed, other sites allow for an auto refresh. So every week or two, the same job can be posted again. Some of you have seen this. You've applied to the job and then it reposts a few weeks later. You're like, what happened? It's auto refreshing. There's a variety of reasons that companies post ghost job listings, right? They want to continue to show growth, high level of visibility, competitive intelligence, collect resumes for later, whatever it is. The old way of doing things is not working anymore. It's never coming back. You can't just search for jobs that are posted online and rely on that, not for the skilled labor market. You can do that for blue-collar work. You can do that for if you want to work at a restaurant, retail, manufacturing, and so on. If you want to be a journey person, right, an electrician, work in HVAC, you can do that, okay? Those jobs, they're plentiful. Those aren't ghost job listings, those are real. But in the skilled market, they're collecting information and data because there's a huge change afoot thanks to AI. So the old way of getting hired, posting things online, if you've been uploading resume after resume after resume, not hearing anything back, no interviews, that's because you're not reaching out to an actual person to see if the job actually exists, okay? You need to do that. Now, I love seeing articles that come out like this, 7 top benefits of using AI in recruitment. Do these recruiters not know that AI is coming for their jobs? Faster than other positions, faster than other white-collar skilled roles, talent acquisition specialists. But no, we need to talk to the person to make sure that they can work with others. Well, there's going to be a few of you left, but most companies are investing heavily in AI and hiring first, right, with the goal of avoiding hiring biases. You're going to hear a lot of chatter, a lot of different articles about certain sorts of biases, in terms of it might hire one gender over another more favorably. That's not the biases that I'm talking about, okay? Those are a problem and they're gonna work on them. The biases that companies are trying to get rid of the most, right, follow the money, is they wanna see, okay, who are the performers that have come in before, made us the most money, what does their profile look like? Let's use the AI to find that profile in the resume, taking out the recruiter, the hiring manager, the talent acquisition specialist who could make a mistake, who could have a cup of coffee before the interview, get really excited to hire the person, right? Or who could just be really hungry before lunch and decide not to hire the person. AI is coming for the hiring market. It's already here. I mean, you've seen this. You've had to upload a video of yourself right? Some of you that have applied, you've had to upload a video of yourself for the job first. You don't get to do it twice. You press record, you have to answer the questions, you upload it, right? This being screened by AI, maybe eventually a person. You've had to answer 3 questions. Those questions aren't being scored by a faculty member at the company, right? Those 3 questions you've had to answer, like I've seen pretty tough questions. Like if you look at like Tesla, IBM, right? It's like create a schematic for this, right? It's being scored by a bot. So there's big changes happening. So what can you do? Well, the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to focus on separating yourself from the AI. What can you do? Simple things like enthusiasm. Believe it or not, enthusiasm. I've seen this come up in a couple of articles. One's called Work Coach Reveals 3 Ways to Perfect Your Resume to Land a Job. What is one thing that it talks about? Reaching out to a person at the company to show you're an actual person and that you're enthusiastic for the job. There's some other things you can do as well, right? You shouldn't start your resume with your education or professional experience. You want to have a professional summary, of course. This advice makes no sense. And the hiring market, the hiring job market, the recruiters, the hiring talent acquisition specialists, these people, they make a lot of mistakes. A lot of them are behind the times. This is a simple example. They say, it's best to submit as a PDF file to preserve formatting because a Word file might look different to the hiring manager. Yeah, if you get it past the ATS system, the applicant tracking system software, the AI, the bot. The problem is that those bots can't read PDFs. A lot of them get rejected just because they're in PDF. Just like you can't grab the text on a PDF to copy and paste it as easily as you can a Word document, unless it tells you you can use PDFs when you're uploading it online, use a Word document. A person, it's a different situation. This is just not great advice. Cover letters are still important. If a hiring manager likes 10 candidates' resumes but has the time to interview only 5, the cover letter is used as a tiebreaker, just if you have the cover letter. So make sure that you're including that. The do's and don'ts when competing for highly paid roles. Number 1, believe in yourself. Okay, thank you. Right? It says for new roles, recruiters aren't going to take a chance on you if you don't take a chance on yourself. You know, I laugh at this because they're using kind of fluffy language, but I really do believe in this. You have to show certainty, right? Certainty that you want to work at that company for that position, and certainty that you'd actually take the job. A lot of people, especially coming out of higher education, they're like, well, it's not ethical. What if I would take another job? Well, they're not going to hire you. You got to build rationale. Write down 30 reasons why you would take that job. Give them that sense of belief. Number 2, show enthusiasm, right? Separate yourself from the AI, the bot. Act like a human, in other words. I think we're going to see this more and more. Soft skills, interpersonal skills, oral communication skills. What can AI not do? That's what they're looking for. Decisiveness, right? Initiative, physical action. Could they send you to a conference and have you give a presentation no matter what role you're getting into, right? Because the AI can't do that yet. That's how you're going to separate yourself. I got to share this. So X, formerly known as Twitter, officially launches the first stage of job listings for verified organizations. This is going to be a game changer. Whatever you think about X doesn't matter. It's going to be a game changer because right now you have LinkedIn and you have Indeed. Okay, LinkedIn is where people go to hire those with higher education degrees, certainly, but even down to master's, bachelor's, associate's degrees. They're namely hired on LinkedIn right now if you're looking for a job site, a job board, social media. LinkedIn wins. Indeed, much more for blue-collar work. Okay, X is targeting white-collar work, and the interface looks great, and they're going to put a bunch of money behind this. The money, I mean, follow the money. Where is it? It's the employers, the hiring. Hiring is getting tough. It's why you're seeing so many books come out on hiring, so many software programs, so much AI. It's all about talent. At the highest level, the talent, the people who can have great problem-solving skills, who can create the prompts. Again, decisiveness, communication, can work with other people. All of these things are important, but watch this, check this out. It's called X officially launches the first stage of job listings for verified organizations. I'm going to switch gears here. What is loud quitting? We've heard quiet quitting quite a bit, which I recommend doing in academia, as in like deprioritize academia if you know you're going into industry. Prioritize your industry job search. Just do less. Stop taking on all the stuff that's only advancing somebody else's career, not your career. Loud quitting, don't do this. This isn't U.S. news. This has become a real problem. We've all seen this on LinkedIn. Somebody posts how they were slighted by a company, they didn't get hired, or they were laid off. or they quit, right? Or they quit first before they could fire them, whatever the reason is, and they just rant about it. You can't do this, okay? The ATS systems that are out there, the AI, the applicant tracking system software, they're in the hundreds, if not the thousands. The biggest list that I've seen is like 500, 600 plus, okay? But worldwide, it's gonna be in the thousands if it's not there already, very, very soon. Most of the software looks at your social media footprint. Even if you have all your privacy settings correctly, they can scrape a ton of that data, okay? These people are serious when it comes to talent. Talent, it's like the stock market. These people, they'll do whatever it takes to be the first to know when something's trending up or down. Okay, they'll move their building next to the stock exchange. People that are going after high-level talent are doing the same thing. They want to know everything about that person, including everything they've ever posted on social media years past. You can't take it back unless you delete it. So don't do this, ever. And if you've done anything crazy in the past, you have some rants online, get rid of it. It's going to be very tough to get hired in the skilled labor market, especially when it's contracting. Last couple things I want to talk about here. 30,000 interviews later and the valuable lessons that I've learned. Good habits beat out great degrees. It's why we're seeing less and less of the degree required for a job and more of the interpersonal skills. Take a job posting, put it into a word cloud. You're going to see words like collaboration, team, cross-functional, cross-departmental, more than any specific niche skill. Okay, and it's only on the rise. How well you get along with others matters more than you know. Again, the AI can't build a relationship. You may not like this, but humans are relational beings. You're going to have to get along with other people, and you have to put a lot of effort into that. And so if you can't even reach out to an employer to see if the job really exists, right? The ghost job listings are going to make you waste all your time. You'll give up on your job search. You'll stay in academia, stay where you are, or be unemployed. So you have to make that a priority, right? Make a lasting impression. The first 90 seconds of meeting a person in an interview that's 45 minutes, right? Reports over 60% of the employers decided whether or not to hire the person in the first 90 seconds. 2 questions can be asked in the first 90 seconds. How are you today? Best answer, by the way. Was in a study that I read. Perfect is the best answer. And the second one is tell me a little bit about yourself. You got to have that elevator pitch. Who are you? What do you want? Why should they care? Last thing I want to talk about are some trends. So U.S. job openings fall below 9 million for the first time in 2 years. This is CNN. Something very similar came out too. I believe this was the New York Times. Job openings dropped in July as labor market cooled. Okay? And it's continued to go down, but in September it's expected to go up. Why September may be the best month to find a job according to recruiters? For high-level skilled jobs, December is usually the best month for hiring by far. A lot of people don't realize that. Companies have budgets left over, and if they don't spend those budgets, they don't get them renewed. So what can they spend it on? High-priced talent in December. We're seeing this trend early in September. People are wanting to get ahead of this, likely because the budgets are going to be cut next year for many companies. So we are seeing a bump already right now in September. So if you want to get hired, take advantage now. This takes us to the end of today's news show. Stay on the cutting edge, stay informed about your job search, get into a great career, and we'll see you next time.